Yeah.
So this has been a good
Anytime you
couple
can get an
games
old
for
school
you.
reference in there.
Yes.
Plus, we're all in a good mood. We all got nice suits on. And the Lakers are indeed streaking.
Unbelievable.
So that was fun last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah. All right, let's get it.
Good times.
Last night's matchup versus the Spurs was a showdown between two of the league's biggest stars. Luka with the edge in the first matchup of the season, finishing with the dub to go along with 35, 9, and 13. Also had 5 steals, a couple of blocks, while Wemby finished with 19 points, 5 for 14 shooting. We'll get into that before fouling out in the fourth quarter. Here's head coach J.J. Redick on what it took for the Lakers to pull out their 5th straight win. I said this last night, by the way, on the postgame show, on a night where they honored the World Series champion Dodgers, and by the way, some of those guys were in attendance. This game had a Dodger-like feel to it, right? Like the Lakers grinding, coming back, finding a way to win, getting contributions from everyone. How impressive was this win, Brez?
Keith, I can't tell you how impressive it is. I mean, this team just keeps defying expectations. We're not even 10 games into the season yet, but it never happened. And even though the Lakers keep having no LeBron yet, Luka spent some time on the sideline in the injury tent. And obviously, AR has also spent a little time off to the side as well with his current injury. The Lakers keep winning, Jovan. It surprises me. I'm kind of intrigued by it. I'm kind of enticed by see how much longer they can go. And hey, you're cooling off a really hot team in the San Antonio Spurs. And Wemby, I know you said we're going to talk about it in a minute, Keith, but it's pretty obvious who got the better of that to head-to-head possible MVP showdown. Give me Luka in the advantage yesterday.
This was the best win of the season, the best defensive performance of the season for the Lakers. I know we're going to touch on that in a second, but one of the few nits that you could pick with the Lakers start was maybe the schedule and the caliber of opponent that they had played. That had been one thing that, like, I've been singing the praises of the Lakers start, but some people would be like, well, who have they played? Who have they actually beaten? Well, they just beat the Spurs, who are number 2 in the West going into last night. Minnesota twice. And Portland, who's been a team looking like a top 6 or 7 team in the West. But like, this was a showdown for the 2 seed in the West, and the Lakers won this matchup, and they won the Wemby minutes slightly. They were +2 in the Wemby minutes, but you take that.
Yeah,
you take that. That was the margin in this game. But to me, the defensive performance and them just continuing to problem solve on the fly. We've seen them winning the free throw battle, losing the free throw battle, winning the turnover battle, losing the turnover battle. Like, they're winning in all different types of manners right now. And with guys in, guys out, it doesn't matter who's playing. They have a winning culture right now, and I think this was a big culture win for LA.
I agree with all of that. And before we get to the way they defended, especially on Wemby, because I do want to get to that, I just have to say it was a grind for every fan watching, all of us. The game took 11 hours. The Dodgers stuck around because that's what they do. They always win it late. But like the refs were a mess. There were 66 fouls. But the way they defended Wemby, President, it started out on the very first possession. They go zone, and then they go man-to-man, but always had a body on him. They doubled. They showed him different looks, different guys. Rui, Ayton, all of them. It was actually, I just don't know if you could defend him better than that.
You know, it's funny, coming into the season, I would have said, okay, the Lakers have 2 big question marks. How's the bench scoring? It wasn't very good last season. And probably more importantly, how's the defense going to be? Obviously, AD's been gone since February. You lose Dorian Finney-Smith during the offseason. He opted out and joined Houston with a free agent deal. How's the defense going to look? And I would say J.J. Redick last night loved this quote about Rui. That was the play of the game. I'm going to disagree. That might be the play of the season so far for the Lakers. Very emblematic that it was indeed a defensive play. Because I would not have guessed this, 3 weeks ago when we started up. The Lakers have been playing good enough defense to win these games. And the offense, obviously, Luka, AR, whoever's healthy, whoever's not, the other one seems to take turns stepping up, scoring just enough points to get them over the 100 mark, and they played just enough defense, too.
3 of those fouls, too. Marcus Smart got the first 2, one on a charge and then immediately in a block, and then obviously we had the Rui charge, but pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I thought the physicality against Wemby was really impressive, and that's not been a hallmark of this Lakers defense. I think that's been something that JJ has continually challenged them on, is to be more physical, to pressure pressure the ball more and get into guys more. And I thought they did a great job starting with Rui, but also Vando coming in, Ayton being matched up on him. They were switching a lot. So we even saw like Dalton Connect, who's not known for his defense, get into Wemby and pressure him and be physical. And I thought they were pushing him off of his spot. So if he's trying to post up 12 feet, 14 feet from the basket, now he's catching the ball 16 feet, 18 feet, 20 feet out. And that just changes the dynamic of the Spurs offense. So I thought they did a really good job of disrupting him.
I even saw Nick Smith Jr. get switched on him one time, has arm in him, and actually poked the ball away. So it didn't matter who was on him. Their job was to be physical with him.
Arm bargain.
And yeah, it was actually great. By the way, I just have to say this before we go on. That ending was absolutely wild and made no sense. You went from thinking, I just don't know if the Lakers can win, to they're winning, to wait, maybe they're not, because Marcus Smart just made a play that he hasn't done since probably he was 6 years old. Yeah. And then the missed free throw, the ball off the knee, and then the foul. It was wild. It was wild.
Yeah, we've all seen a lot.
It was emotional. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it worked out.
The panic meter, it was going crazy in here, like just rising and falling.
You were 10, weren't you?
Yeah, I wasn't happy for a couple of those things, but we got through it. Luka Doncic continued his historic hot start to the season after scoring 35 in the win over the Spurs. Luka now holds the record with the 3rd most points scored all time through the first 5 games of the season. Only Wilt sits ahead of Luka in the record books. For more, here's Luka on the Lakers' impressive comeback win.
Honestly, the feeling is I'm enjoying very much playing with these guys. Like you say, our AR can't play. We're still missing Bron. So this team has a big potential. But everybody steps on court gives maximum, man. Everybody. So it's very enjoyable to play.
Yesterday, somebody asked Victor about playing you, and I have the quote. I believe going to turn 22 in January. What's it like playing against him now, and what do you think it's gonna be like playing against him as he understands and masters the game?
Yeah, I mean, I already think he did, but obviously, what's this his 3rd year in the NBA, and he's playing at MVP level, which is insane. So, I have much respect for him, much love, and I really enjoy these games. Playing against him, it's very tough. Guarding him and going against him in offense is very tough. But I think he's gonna improve more. So it's always fun to play against guys like that, and I have so much respect for Wemby.
I want to get into Luka's historic run in a moment. As Luka said last night, this was some inefficient basketball from him, at least from what we're used to seeing to his standards. He was hounded all night, doubled, picked up full court. It wasn't an easy offensive night for anybody, but for Luka, he's just 9 of 27. But he did hit 4 threes, but he ends up with 35. He gets to the line, had 9 rebounds, 13 assists, and 5 steals. So however you want to chalk it up, inefficient or not, I mean, he's still putting up those numbers, Brez, and getting the win.
Yeah.
And leading.
Sorry, Luka. Inefficient or not, you still drove your team to victory. I mean, let's not forget, last week, this guy was sitting out some games because he was hurt. So, 4 game in Game 7 against the Celtics. I'm not comparing the 9th game of the season to Game 7 in the NBA Finals, Jovan, but, guys can't have bad shooting nights and help in many, many other ways. I mean, he's on a ridiculous tear right now. And keep shooting as many shots as you want. If you miss some, I don't care.
I mean, a 35-point near triple-double with 7 stocks. That's an off night. That's a pretty good off night, right? It feels like a floor performance for Luka, which is just absurd. And I thought the most telling thing from that list we just looked at, the last player to be on